Hi, hello. Today we are going to discuss about stack, the next concept after the arrays, and we have seen already the operations on the arrays, the different operations on the arrays like traversing an array, inserting an element into an array, deleting an element from an array, searching an element in an array by using binary search method, and sorting an array. These are the operations on arrays till the date what we have performed. Today I am going to start with another topic of the data structure, that is stack. And later we are going to understand the differences and the similarities between the stack and arrays. First we will try to understand what is stack. The question arises here. When I say stack, what is stack? First we will see its definition. Its definition is, it is an ordered collection of items. As I said, there is a similarity between array and stack. So this is a major similarity. Array is also an ordered collection of items. It is an ordered collection of items. Array is also an ordered collection of items. Similarly, stack is also an ordered collection of items. Now you can see the difference here, in which items may be inserted and deleted at one end. The items may be inserted and deleted at one end, called the top of the stack. So there is a difference between array and stack. First, let us see the similarity. The similarity between array and stack, both are the ordered collection of items. Then what is the difference? In array, we can insert an element and we can read it, we can traverse it, we have seen its operations. But in stack, we can insert and delete from only one point, that is called as top of the stack. And it follows one principle. We'll observe on the screen. A stack follows LIFO principle, LIFO, LIFO principle. That is, last in, first out. That means which element I have inserted at the end, that I am going to delete or return it at the first. Isn't it? In array, we used to read, we used to traverse the first element which we have inserted. But whereas in stack, we are going to traverse or we are going to read the last element what we have inserted. We got the difference? Where is the difference? In array, we traverse it from the first element from where we have inserted. You can traverse backward also, array, later we are going to see, but we will always see traversing an array from the beginning. But whereas in stack, we are going to return or delete the elements from the last value what we have inserted. So that's the reason. What principle it follows? It follows last in, first out, LIFO, LIFO, last in, first out. That means the value what you have inserted at the end, that you are going to take it first. There are some examples. Okay. And one more, I'll say here, what is the difference between stock and stack? Stock and stack. Stock is a collection of items. Stock is a collection of items, but they are randomly arranged. They are randomly. You can place items anywhere. In one room, you can place nearly some 100 chairs, but you have placed it, or some 100 items, any items, you have placed it randomly. If you place it linearly in order, then it is called a stack. We'll see some examples for the stack. The example of shirts here, I'll show all the three examples, then you can understand what is stack actually and what principle it follows. In the first, as shown here, there is a stack of shirts. There is a stack of shirts. That means stacks are arranged. If they are placed randomly, then we are going to call it a stock of shirts. But I am going to call it as stack of shirts because they are arranged neatly in order. Now my question is, which shirt you are going to take it first? The top one. Obviously, you have placed it last. Correct? Are you getting this point? Okay. We'll come to the next example. This is stack of plates. Which plate you are going to take it first? Obviously the top plate. That means that you have inserted at the end. That means you have put it at the end. Okay. But this is the best example for stack. Bangles. Which bangles is going to take it first? Obviously the front one. That means the bangle which C has inserted at the end, C is going to take it first. So what I mean to say here, that it follows, a stack follows LIFO principle. What is that LIFO principle? Last in, first out. So let me revise it one more time. What is stack? It is an ordered collection of items in which items may be inserted and deleted at one end, called the top of the stack. This is the definition. And which principle it follows? It follows the LIFO principle, that is last in, first out. Then what are the examples of the stacks? You can see on the screen, stack of shirts, stack of plates, and stack of bangles. That's good. Well, to the next topic. The next slide, it shows representation of stack using an array. How actually we are going to represent a stack using array? Okay, we'll see here. So this is the image, correct? Are you seeing this image? I have given the principle correctly here. What is that? Last in, first out. You observe the direction here. Okay, so this is a stack. The first element we have inserted in this stack is 1. That is the first element what we have inserted is 1. Then later we have added 2 here. Then later we have added 3. Then later we have added 4. Then later we have added 5. And then later we have added 6 here. Then which element we have added at the end or last? We have added 6 at the last. Now, which item you are going to take it first? That is 6, because that is at the end it is added, and it follows one principle called as last in, first out. That means we are going to return 6 as a first value, not 1. There is a difference. There is a difference between array and stack. You are going to read first element as 1 in array, because you have inserted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Array you are going to read it in forward direction, isn't it? Array you are going to read it in forward direction. 1, first element you have inserted 1, second element you have inserted 2, third element you have inserted 3, fourth 4, 5, 6, like this, and you are going to read it in the similar fashion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But in the stack, as it follows last in, first out principle, you are going to read the last element at the first. Then what happens? when you delete 6, what happens next? The 5 will be the top. That means the next item after 6 you are going to delete or return is 5. Then after 5, 4. Then after 4 you are going to delete 3. Then after 3 you are going to delete 2, and after 2 you are going to delete 1. Exactly in the reverse order. We'll see its explanation, how we are going to represent it. We'll concentrate here on the screen. Stack can be represented in the memory as a linear array named stack. Can you observe here? So this image, this array is named as what? Stack, consisting of n elements or location. It depends on the user, how many elements or how many locations he is going to input. It is possible for us to add and delete only one element at a time from the stack. So we can add or we can delete only one element at a time. The process of adding an element to the stack represents an operation called as push. Can you see here? Adding an element, you can observe its arrow mark. Adding an element to the stack is known as push operation, and whereas deleting an element from the stack represents an operation called the pop. A variable named top is used to contain the location of the topmost element of the stack. So we can see here the top position is very important in stack, because from where we can add or we can delete the elements. So this is how we are going to represent a stack using an array. So let me continue with the next slide. The next slide is its stack operations. How the way we had operations on arrays. Now let me remind those operations once again. You had operations on arrays like traversing, insertion, deletion, searching and sorting. Merging is there, but we are not having it for our syllabus. But on stack, what are the operations we are having? The different operations possible on stack are, we'll read it one by one. Push operation, as I already discussed about this one. Adds, what this operation does, adds a value to the top of the stack. Adding a value at the top of the stack is known as push operation. And what it does after adding a value, the size of the stack will be increased by 1. Okay. When we have now 6 elements, as we have seen in the previous image, if I added 7, then the array size will be increased by 1. Okay. We'll see the next operation, pop operation. What it does for us, deletes and returns the value at the top of the stack. So what it does, it deletes and returns the value which is at the top of the stack. Remember this point, the top of the stack, that location is very important in the stack, because addition and deletion will take from that place only. Then after deletion, what happens? The stack value will be decreased by 1. Got it? So these are the two major operations, that is push and pop. What actually push will do? Push will insert a new element at the top of the stack, whereas pop, its opposite, it deletes a value from the top of the stack. We'll see next its operations. Size obtains the number of elements in the stack. If I go for the previous image, In the previous image we had 6 values, hence the size of the stack is 6. So obtaining a number of elements in a stack is done by size operation. Then we have one more operation here, peek operation. Returns a value but does not delete the value at the top of the stack. So there is a difference between peek and pop. Pop, what it will do? It will delete and return a value from the top of the stack. Whereas peek will return a value from the top of the stack, but it does not delete. That means this is a traversing of stack, which is similar of traversing an array in a backward direction, because it has a principle. One more time, it has a principle, last in first out. We are going to traverse this from the backward, last to first, and peek does that. What peek will do for us? Returns a value but does not delete the value at the top of the stack. Then we have one more operation which is very important. When we are going for push and pop operations, we are going to discuss about these other 3 operations like size, peek and underflow. What is this underflow? When there are no elements on the stack, when there are no elements on the stack, then it is called as underflow. At that time the top value will be -1. -1, remember, if the top value is -1, then it is called as underflow. If the top value -1, that means there is no elements in the stack. If there is no elements in the stack, then it is called as underflow. Got it? Then we'll go for the next. Overflow, it's opposite. When the stack is full, when it is going to be? It depends on the size. If I say I have a stack, and if I have a stack of 100 items, then when I reached 100th element, then I am going to say the stack is full, because 101st element I am not going to insert in that stack because its size is 100. When stack is full, then we are going to say it is overflow. Then what are the operations we can do on the stack? Push operation. What it does? It insert an element at the top of the stack. Then pop operation, it removes or it deletes an element at the top of the stack. Size, it returns the number of items in the stack. Peek, it returns but it cannot delete the elements from the top of the stack. Underflow, when the top value is -1, that means when there are no elements in the stack. Overflow, when stack is full or when top is equal to size value or size -1. If you have started with 0, if you have started with 0, then top equal to size -1. Tomorrow we'll see the push operation. Today I am going to end this session here only. Thank you.